Hello guys, the Royal Australian here. Let me just delete that. Alright, there we go. This is the current recording of my voice, obviously. Today's video is going to be answers from the developers of War Thunder. Thank the actual fucking maker that they're going to finally start doing something. I've read some of these questions and they are rather interesting. Let's take a look. Dear players, we have another round of questions and answers from you, with War Thunder producer Vyacheslav Belenikov. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, sir. Aviation. Will Germany be getting its own Phantom variant soon, or the MiG-21 BIS DDR? We plan to add a German F4 this year. More precisely about how soon, we cannot say. That's interesting. Can we expect to see Harriers, FRS-1 and FA-2 for the Royal Navy aircraft branch in the future? Perhaps also the Indian Navy FRS-51 with Matra Magics. So far we can only say that Sea Harriers are in our plans. Basically Navy Harriers are in their plans. That's pretty good. Will we see swing wing aircraft in War Thunder soon? Or swept or automatic sweeping wing aircraft? That, ladies and gentlemen, just tells me I'm fucking done. The simple answer to that, you can obviously see on the screen. Yes. F-14 Tomcat confirmed. Hell yeah. Currently post-war British jets... Well, next question. Sorry. Currently post-war British jets are still using World War II era bombs. Are there plans to revamp these loadouts for post-war bombs? We have quite a few reports about various historical inaccuracies. We are aware of this flaw and we will definitely fix it on a first-come, first-served basis. That probably means they're not going to really fix it. They're just going to add the late war bombs and just, you know, leave it at that. And keep the old bombs in the loadout. Do you plan to add vapor clouds for modern aircraft when pulling high G loads? If you mean that whatever that says effect, the parental loadout effect, it is already implemented in the game when approaching the sound barrier, but we plan to improve it visually and add this effect also when maneuvering under certain conditions. So yeah, it just means yeah, they're going to add this effect, but it has to be carefully implemented. Ground forces. Here we go. Are there any plans for more multi-purpose ammunition like PELE, FAPDS for example? There are no concrete plans. The question requires some study, but we think such ammunition can be useful in the game. Nice. More ammunition types? Yes please, I wouldn't mind that. I'm a prop jockey as well, so... Can we expect to see the modern main battle tank for Japan in the coming updates to make Japan more competitive? The Japanese Type 90 tanks are quite effective at their BR. The recent BR changes may affect them in efficiency and efficiency may decrease. But here we have an opportunity to raise the rate of fire. According to some sources it may be higher than now. As for brand new tanks, we don't have any options for modern main battle tanks for Japan. In fact, only the Type 10 remains, which is even more of a mystery compared to other main battle tanks. Although we think with time it will appear in the game, although its defense characteristics will most likely be assumed. Interesting, so the Type 10 is not coming to War Thunder this update. Fair enough. Currently the command view on modern tanks still reflects the binocular view of World War II era tanks. Is it possible we will have more realistic CITV in the future? or CIT. What? That's an I, isn't it? Yeah, in the future for modern tanks with commander cameras. We are working in this direction. The results will be reported separately in the dev blogs. Nice! Okay, they're going to be changing the camera view, the commander's view of modern main battle tanks to CITV. Commander Interface TV in this case. Naval Forces. With the split between Blue Water Fleet and Coastal Forces, is it possible we could see some nations receive an extra of one tree, but not the other? For example, there are examples of smaller boats. For example, where examples of smaller boats are harder to find, or the opposite, where one navy does not have lots of examples of larger warships. Naval Forces. We think it is possible, but first we will try to add to the game fleets of those nations which have both fleet research trees. Fair enough. Question: is it possible we could see a naval/ship arcade assault mode similar to tanks and aircraft? This mode is particularly useful for stock vehicles and helpful for obtaining early modules. They simply said no. When they say that when they answered, we haven't made any such plans yet, but we will think about it. Helicopters. Question: are there any plans to implement buddy lasering to helicopters with laser guidance, where a teammate can designate and lock a target for a compatible teammate vehicle? There are such thoughts, especially since technically it is quite simple to implement, but we need to think about the implementation in the meta. Gaijin, have you ever heard of fucking teamwork? That's what they do in real life. Well, that's what they did in real life. Question: do you plan to add any helicopters for squadron vehicles? Not in the coming updates for the squadron vehicles. None of the coming updates of the squadron vehicles. This is for helicopters. So you're away. Question: some helicopters like the G-Lynx, Hewitt Family and Scout could have a door gunner on either side of the helicopter with a high caliber machine gun or Gatling gun. Is it possible we could ever see this configuration in-game with player controlled and AI gunners the same way bombers have them? Not excluded, especially since there were variants with guns in such units. For example, the French used up to the MG 15120. What? MG 15120? That doesn't make any sense. Because the 15120 did not exist. Unless they meant the MG 15120mm. Miscellaneous questions are up next. Will it be possible to reorder crews, as in drag or slide existing crews left or right in a lineup for better rearrangement? There are a lot of technical features that prevent from doing it quickly and easily, so probably not. That is 100% a lie. Drag, and we'll replace the word slide here with the words and drop. Drag and drop. Very simple, Gaijin. People do it all the time when it comes to uploading their videos. They can either select the file to upload, or they can just grab the video, drag, and drop it into the upload section. Or they can hold on to a shortcut, for example, here we go. Drag and drop. Very simple, Gaijin. If it's implemented in an operating system, then you can implement it in a game. Anyway. Question: will it be possible to select a specific shell in each belt in the aircraft protection analysis system? Right now you can just simply fire the highest shell of any belt and not pick specific examples. Yes, functionality functionality for armor analysis is in the plans, as well as adding aviation threats to the armor analysis of ground vehicles, which is pretty damn good. Well done, Gaijin, I like that. Do you plan to continue remodeling obsolete aircraft models, for example the A6M series, which clearly show polygons on the hood, for example? In addition, such work will allow you to add new models. A6M8, Model 54, and 0A6M7. Yes, it is planned. Very nice. So they're going to fix up some very bad aircraft models that are obsolete. So they're going to continue to revamp them a bit, which is pretty good. Okay, question. Although aviation has a guided missile tag display, which we will see warning systems... Let me just read that again. Question. Although aviation has a guided missile tag display, will we see warning systems similar to the top helicopter ones? There are vehicles in the game which were equipped with such. F4 Phantom 2 with ANPR-26 warning system, for example. Top helicopter systems, their answer to that is, the top helicopter systems detect missile launches in an optical spectrum by the flare of the starting engine. ANPR-26 is a station for detecting the fact of the SAM launch are quite specific samples. You mean examples, there's a bit of a translation. It's a bit of a translation problem there. For countering aviation missiles, beg your pardon, such stations may be useless, but those radar stations can give information to pilots about the change of operation mode of the enemy fighters on board their radar, and distinguish between search, track, and for example illumination modes will certainly appear in the game. So they're going to add the ANAPR-26 warning system. They're going to implement it, which is pretty amazing. I like it. Watch out they don't implement Bitching Betty in there as well. Which the actual actor of Bitching Betty has retired. It's been a long time since there was any news about World War Mode. Are there any works being done on it, and when we should expect the start of the new season? The work is ongoing. The mode will regularly receive new seasons with new features and content, so keep your eyes out for announcements. In this case, they're not going to fix it. Because I haven't seen World War Mode for about a year now. And I've been out of a particular war squadron which I now despise for their bullying. And the leader of that squadron is still bullying me. But either way, I don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, the Royal Australian signing off. Thank you very much for watching. Please start that subscribe button, kick the shit out of the like button, and beat the absolute crap out of the notification bell so it rings like an alarm bell in your ear when you are informed when I upload next. Ciao, ciao.